I'm Alessandra Barrett, Special Projects Editor for the JOC. I'm at our 15th annual TPM, and I'm speaking with Ron Joseph, Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Direct ChassisLink. Thanks for joining me today, Ron.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
DCLI is the newest of the three major chassis leasing companies. Can you tell me a little bit about the history and the growth of the company?
Sure. We have been in a high growth stage for the last couple of years. We originally were a spin-off company from Maersk, and were acquired by Little John, which is our private equity firm that owns us. And we started with about 65,000 chassis 2 years ago, and since then we have grown to own and manage 130,000 chassis over the last 2 years. And so we've been in a pretty high growth mode. And our objective is to create a high quality chassis for our customers.
So what's your operational focus?
Well, our focus again is to provide the highest quality chassis that is available to the motor carrier community and our liner company customers. We're focused on improving the quality of our asset. Right now we're in the middle of converting a large part of our fleet to radial tires, probably 40,000 chassis over the next 3 or 4 years. We've already converted about 3,000 or 4,000 chassis to radials, so trying to create a more reliable chassis. And then we're changing other specifications, including LED lights. We're going to add, replace on our fleet. So our goal is really create a more reliable chassis for our customers.
What are you doing to ensure a consistent supply of safe and sound equipment?
We've really focused on, we don't defer any maintenance at our company, and we've really focused on reducing our out-of-service chassis to below 3%, which is substantially lower than the industry average. For example, in Southern California, one of the things we did was we've been working the labor at the marine terminals every weekend for the past 5 months, and being able to create 300 to 500, as high as 600 good order chassis over the weekend, so they're prepared for the next week. So our focus is to keep our out-of-service chassis down so there's greater availability for our customers.
Obviously, the topic on everyone's mind right now is, especially here, West Coast congestion and the situation there. What's DCLI doing to deal with that specifically?
Well, we've done a couple things. We were very concerned about it, obviously, because it affects our customers dramatically. So we pioneered and worked with FlexiVan to create the pool of pools concept that was actually implemented this week. For the past year, we've been working with FlexiVan, who manages the LABP pool. DCLI manages the GACP pool and the DCLP. So those three pools have created this pool of pool concept. And this concept will allow interoperability of chassis between the three fleets. And what that's going to do is really help the motor carrier community out here, the drayage companies, because they're going to be able to hopefully improve their turn time. They won't have to return chassis necessarily to a specific terminal within the pool-of-pool operation. So that rolled out this week, and we're pretty excited about it because we think it's going to create a better situation for the marine terminals, for our liner company customers, and the motor carrier customers.
Noel Hasagawa was speaking about the pool of pools and earlier today, and that it was very historic. Anything else that you want to say about that program in particular?
Yeah, sure. It's really the first time this type of agreement has been reached. It's really a landmark agreement between the three chassis providers. So we all come to agreement on a usage arrangement where we can use the chassis interchangeably, but at the same time we keep our commercial efforts separate and compete for customers as we have done in the past. And we were very concerned that this process go forward. We went through a long process with the Department of Justice to make sure there were no issues from an antitrust standpoint, and we got their letter to say that we were okay to go. So, we're excited about implementing it this week, actually.
Thanks again for taking time from TPM to sit down with me for a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
I've been speaking with Ron Joseph, Senior Vice President and COO of Direct ChassisLink.